Romance at a glance. Romance at a glance.
What you say now?
Romance at a glance.
Go ahead, girl.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Romance at a Glance. I'm your host, Bridget. With me, as always, is my co-host, Shani. Hello.
Hello, Bridget.
How are you liking the new office?
I love the new office. This green color is really popping. It pops on your skin. It pops everywhere. Also, this room, the energy here feels amazing. I'm down for it. Bridget made me a little spot. It's like, this is our new spot. I'm very excited about this. Plus, there's like a guest bed in like the corner, and I just feel like I can work and then take a nap.
Also, like, we laid on the bed and we were just like brainstorming.
We were.
And it was comfy.
It was super
We
comfy.
could read books there. It's a lovely spot.
I know. I feel like everything that I never did in high school, I get to do now as like a 30-year-old. Like, I never got to like hang out at my friend's house or like, you know, I never did any of that. We weren't allowed to go anywhere, you know? So as an adult, I'm like, oh, is this what people did? Like, they had girlfriends and they like laid on each other's beds and they read books and they did this
Just like laid around and talked.
Laid around and talked.
That's what we did.
I'm like, wow.
It's great. It's great. I'm happy to bring you into the experience.
It's like the first time I've ever done that.
It's great. You guys, this is just a happy room. And also, it's like maybe a Christmas green. I might call it a Christmas green if I put a little red next to it.
You got, with your scarf, you're wearing like, Bridget's wearing like a reddish scarf right now.
Yeah.
And it does feel very Christmassy and very festive. And I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I love Christmas. You know me. I've been trying to celebrate Christmas since October 1st. And Bridget's like, Shani, you got to stop. You got to stop.
I'm more of a post-Thanksgiving. I gave you November 1st, though. I said post-Halloween. I said, okay, I'm okay with it. Pre-Halloween, I think it's way too soon. We have to get through Halloween, at least.
If you say so.
If you say so. I do say so. But it is now Christmas week. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. If not, Happy Holidays. Happy December. Happy end of the shit show that was 2020.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
We hope that in 2021, the world will get a vaccine and start to open up so that we can take this show on the road and come see all of you guys at panels and discussions and interviews and book signings and just do some fucking cool shit.
I'll be so excited for that. That's what I was looking forward to. Like, we started this podcast. We're like, we're going to get out there. We're going to meet people.
Yeah.
And then it was like, shut down.
No, you're not. But we have met a lot of people on the internet because I was on Boobies and Newbies this December. We had Sarah from Smart Bitches and Trashy Books last week.
Oh my God, I love Sarah.
I love Sarah so much. We got to do a live stream with the B-Dagger B. We got to do a lot of fun stuff this fall. So even though we were apart from people, we got to interview a lot of authors. I feel like more authors maybe than we would have if the world was open, because maybe they would have been busy. Yeah. But nobody was busy, so everybody said yes.
Everybody was home.
It was great. So we got to give you guys lots of cool interviews, including with R.E. Hargrave.
Oh my goodness.
And
I love R.E. Hargrave.
Such an awesome interview. So if you guys did not, I just banged my thing. So if you guys did not catch that interview, make sure you pop back and listen to it. We also talked to her narrator of her audiobooks, which was super fun. And he had a very deep voice.
Very deep voice.
It's nice.
Smutty books.
Smutty books.
Smutty.
Guys, today we are reading Ribbons and O's by R.E. Hargrave. And it is a BDSM Christmas novella. Mm-hmm. And Shani, this is my gift to you.
First of all, one of the best gifts you ever gave me. I'm not gonna lie. This, I mean, top notch, Bridget. Top notch.
Nailed it. It's a 5-star gift, everyone. Speaking of 5 stars, if you want to do us a little Christmas miracle, leave a review for our show. Go into the show notes. You can tap the link and leave a review for our show. It really helps our show grow and helps people know that we are a trusted source of beautiful reviews and fun.
And smutty goodness.
And it bumps us up the list of when people search for romance novel podcast, it bumps us up the list because we have more reviews. So pop that link and go and leave us a review as our Christmas present to us. Yay! And this is our Christmas present to you. Me and Shani, probably going to be in Bridget's Sexy Corner the entire episode. Let's get it poppin'. All right, you guys, like I said, Ribbons and O's. It is not actually part of a series. However, Brooklyn Blues is also by R.E. Hargrave, and it is a BDSM Christmas novella also. So kind of in the same theme, but not in the same series. They're both standalones. It is a contemporary romance, erotica, Christmas novella, BDSM novella. What did you think of the cover art?
That's a great Great question.
Shani didn't look up the cover art. She was giving me shit for not doing my notes, you guys. She didn't even look up the cover art. This bitch.
I actually remember it
Shani.
because it's with the stockings.
It is with the stockings. She's wearing red high heels. She has like a little gift behind her back. You only see the bottom half of her body.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I thought it was cute. I liked it a lot.
Actually,
I thought it was visually catching. I immediately obviously knew Christmas, which is what we were looking for. And I thought she had like a little secret present behind her, which I was intrigued by.
yes. And it's the outfit that she wears
It is.
in the actual story
Yes.
for that kinky little dress up
Yes.
like thing. And I was like, ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. It's actually
Yes.
like my quote is attached to that.
Please share it now.
Oh, shit. All right. Okay.
Let's pop it in if it's related.
I was like, if I write down every quote in this book, it's just going to be a smutty
I don't
reading.
think any of our listeners are going to be mad about us reading smutty stuff to them.
Okay, well,
in our dulcet tones in your earbuds.
let's just kick this off.
Kick it off.
Let me just bring it down for you guys. Let me just bring it low for you. You know what I'm saying? So my favorite line, because Bridget knows this, because we're just that close. My boobs are everything. Like, you can get me to do play with my titties. You can get me to do anything. Okay, so my favorite line in the book. Leaning over, I suckled each nipple in turn, making her squeal for me and twitch, which made the booties jingle. I was like, yes, make the booties jingle. The little jingle bells.
So to put that in context, she dresses up in this little elf costume that he gets her.
Yeah.
A sexy elf costume. It has these little, like, those little elf booties that have a little bell on the toe. Mm-hmm. So that's what's jingling.
Jingle, jingle my bell. You can jingle my bell.
You can jingle my bell any day you want to.
You can jingle my bell. I'm sorry.
So let me give you a quick synopsis, you guys, if you haven't read the book yet. Karina has had a really bad year. She lost her parents in separate freak accidents, and she found her boyfriend and best friend engaged in some kinky sex games. And she got a little thrill when she saw Spank, but she didn't know why.
Yeah.
But she also was very sad because he's cheating on her. And then she also lost her best friend. So now she lost her best friend, her boyfriend, and both her parents. So she's alone. And so she channels that angst into baking, which I personally found very relatable, and brings all the fruit of her labor to a shelter to share a little Christmas cookie cheer. And there, Dr. Elijah Davies spots her instantly and is attracted. And after talking to her briefly, feels in his soul that she would be a natural submissive. And he has been waiting to go back to England because he wants to go back to his playroom and his regular submissive, Shani. Mm-hmm. He wants to go play.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to get into a new play partnership in the USA.
Nope.
Because he's only there for a short time. But she comes, Shani, into his life. He can't resist.
She comes.
He can't. She comes a lot. He can't resist the pull. And so he basically follows her outside and is like, you're going to take me home. And I was like, yes, she is. And
yo, Bridget. So
it was, what followed was Soup's hot.
Yeah.
Soup's hot. You
Soup's
guys,
hot.
if you are looking for a smutty gift to yourself, this is the novella for you.
treat yourself.
Treat yourself. It was great. Let's talk about them beating. Let's talk about.
Wait. No, I gotta start.
Okay,
I gotta
you
start with something.
Where are you
else.
gonna start?
Okay, this is where I'm gonna start because I feel like this is the humor of the author.
Okay,
and I don't know if you find the same humor that I do, but the book starts with setting up Karina.
Yeah.
That her dad fell out of a boat drunk and died. And then her mom died skydiving and the parachute didn't open. And I just think that shit is hilarious. I think the author was like, hey, look, I'm going to write you a smutty book. You just need to know she's sad. And so I'm going to make this absurd, like her parents died in this absurd way that's just comical. I just thought it was really hilarious, like a secret little joke.
I thought it was really funny too. I thought it definitely started, I feel like sometimes novellas can be a little, like weirdly, even though they're really short, can be a little slow in that first chapter as they try to like hook you.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was into the writing style right away.
Yeah.
Like I was like chuckling and I like was like, I feel like she laid out her desires really quickly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she walked in on, her ex or now ex, but like her boyfriend fucking the best friend who was using a dildo to fuck another dude, and somebody was paddling someone or spanking someone.
The girl had a strap on, fucking her boyfriend, and he was fucking another dude. And I was like, absurdity, I'm here for it.
Yeah. And awesome. Then, but like also like someone was getting spanked, and like she was like kept going back to thinking about that spanking and like jerking off to it. And I was just like, oh, okay, I know where she's at. Yeah. I see what she wants. And when he's like, you know, would it surprise you to know I'm a dom and I want to play with you? I was like, oh, she wants to play with you. She wants to play with you.
I'm going to play with you, boy. I'm going to play with you, boy.
So like this, I feel like is my erotic dream, Johnny.
Yeah.
To have a master dom come into my life.
Yes.
And then spend an entire night
just focused on you.
Figuring, not only focused on me, yes, but also it was more that he spends the time to find out exactly what way of touching her. So it's not so much the mental aspect, which he gets into second, but he spends an entire hour like touching every single part of her body in different ways, with different flavors, with different intensities, and asking her like, how does that feel? Like, and so she's giving him ratings like 1 to 10, 1 to 10. And so some of them she's like, meh, 0. And then I'll try something new and she's like 10. And that's my dream, is that someone like spends the time, you know? And then
it's because you're kinky as shit.
And then that they take me on an erotic journey.
Yeah.
And just
and make you dress up in a little outfit.
Make me dress up in an outfit. I would dress up in an outfit.
Oh, yeah.
I have. It's fun. And then also just, like, makes me come, like, a jillion times. Would be fun. Always fun. I enjoy orgasms. If you guys didn't know this yet, PSA from Bridget. Love an orgasm.
Love it.
But this book was sexy. I have a lot of sexy quotes, so I'm just going to jump into one because I already just talked about this.
Give it to me. Ready?
So this is the scene where he's exploring her. Bridget's sexy corner. So after closing my fingers around her nipples and tugging, she murmured a soft 7. I applied more pressure and pulled her breasts away from her body. Fuck, 10. There we go. I grinned. The next 30 minutes were spent on my assessment, pinching, pulling, light slaps, firm slaps, constricting hugs, all in an effort to feel for what she liked and to allow me to begin familiarizing myself with her body in a short time we had. I'd almost removed Karina's nightie a couple of times so I could get at her bare, creamy flesh, but had resisted for the time being. I tested her calves, thighs, buttocks, tummy, back, and breasts with different floggers, crops, and paddles, with a few swats from each in varying intensities. Each response I filed away, our scene developing in my mind further. And I was like, ooh, he gonna fuck the life out of her.
The life.
The life.
Holy shit.
Wait, I want to quickly talk before we get too deep into the smutty rabbit hole. How did you feel about the fact that he immediately was like whispering in her ear and he was like, okay, where are you going tonight?
Here.
And also he has a British accent, which I'm not going to do on the podcast, but.
Okay, so this is honestly, I feel like the book really sets the tone, right? So the kind of joke in the beginning with the parents dying like super fast, and like Ari is saying, like, look, guys, this is going to be a smutty book, and I'm going to get you to the smut quick. Yeah. So I didn't need him, like, to do any sort of fancy thing. I'm like, he sees her, he identifies her, he's tucking her ear right off the bat.
She thinks he's hot.
Yeah, he's like, let me walk you to your car.
Yeah.
That's all I needed. This, like, to preface this, right? I'm rating this book for what it is. I'm not rating this.
It's a novella. We're not rating it on a novel link.
Yeah, I'm not rating it on a novel thing. And this book has a specific goal to get you the fuck off. And let me tell you right now. Success!
Succeeded multiple times.
Nailed it.
Yeah, like she had me at. He leaned forward and trailed his nose across my cheek towards my ear. Seems like he had a thing for whispering in it. And I was like, shut her. Shut her.
You know how I feel about talking in my ear, man.
Shani, you know how sensitive my neck is, my ear is? I was dying. I was like, I would love that. Thank you. Thank you. You guys, if you didn't see the giant hickey my husband gave me on the neck a couple of weeks ago, feel free to go watch our reel. It's pretty funny. I am all for the neck.
The neck. There's something about the neck and the ear. It's like, it's so sensitive.
So sensitive. It's wonderful. And if someone whispers in it with a really good, like, little, like, first of all, an accent, but like a rumble in their voice. And like, or like a little, like they're giving you that, like, oh, we gon' fuck kind of thing, but they're not saying that yet. And
or
you're just
a growl. I love that low rumble of like a growl, just like a, Oh boy, Bridget, panty dropper,
Panty
dropper.
dropping. Not your bra though, because you don't wear one.
I don't wear a bra.
No, naughty.
Never.
Just kidding. She just doesn't like them. It's not naughty.
Got 10 more good years on these titties. I'm gonna let them go.
You're so funny. Oh my God. I also feel like he just like asked her a lot. So they went back to the house.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm wondering, Karina, have you been naughty or nice this year? And she said, I melted at the way naughty rolled off his tongue. At this rate, I was going to end up coming from his sensual accent alone. And I was just like, Yep. I've been there.
Yes.
Let me tell you a story about how I've been there many a time. And there's nothing quite like a little delicious, because it feels like other. Yeah. It's the same reason I think I like paranormal and all that other stuff. Is like when someone has an American accent, they're just like an American accent. But when someone has like, let's say, you know, a Scottish accent or an Irish accent or British accent or whatever, any other culture, or like English isn't their first language, so they're whispering to you in French.
I do love a good Nigerian accent.
Stop. Yeah. I mean, South African, and they're like talking to you. And
sure, you're a Nigerian prince. And you're just like, talk to me.
I'm like, I don't care where I've been to your house. I know you have chickens, motherfucker. But you can talk to me all day.
Talk to me. New Zealand. That's also a good one.
Talk to me. Kiwis always sound funny to me. That sound hilarious. I have many friends who I've met over the years and gone there. Always sounds funny to me, less sensual and more funny. Anyways, I just was for this book. Let me see what else we want to talk about. So basically, they get to the fucking. They take a sensual journey. They legit just fuck the night away. Yeah. And he, like, ties her up. He makes her, like, orgasm as punishment. Yeah. He, you know, like, deep throats her, and she, like, lives for it. Mm-hmm.
And she does a really good job, I think, in this book of showing you BDSM sex and consensuality and how they can go hand in hand and be sexy and not be like fucking 50 Shades. Yes. Like this was beautiful.
Yes. And I really liked the aftercare, which I thought that you would like. Yes. Because afterwards, like, I wrote it down because I thought it was a nice moment. He said, let's see, it says, joining me in the hot water, he whispered quiet praises to me as he washed my body. I was vaguely aware of being dressed in soft cotton shirt, and he tucked me into bed before the darkness overtook me. And I was like, because from what you've said and what she said in her interview is like, it's very intense afterwards. Mm-hmm. And like coming, what is it? The sub down? What is
a sub drop.
Sub drop.
When basically all the happy chemicals drop out of you and you get depressed. And it can happen right away. It can happen the next day. It can happen a week later. So like that aftercare is really great for counteracting that.
Right. Yeah. And like also like I personally have not experienced this, but I imagine, especially for someone like her who's never been in a kink situation, afterwards your mind could be like racing through like, oh, what did I do? Yeah. Like, oh, that was degrading because like
or shameful
or maybe like shame is your kink. And so in the moment in the scene, you're like super into it. But then afterwards you're like, oh, do they not respect me anymore? Like, oh, they were shouting at me or calling me names or flogging me or whatever the case may be. And so I feel like that Dom like reassuring you that like you did a good job and everything is okay and like we're okay and like I'm very happy with it and like you don't have to be ashamed, like it was all consensual and what we wanted, I feel like would immediately I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. Just checking, should I be freaking out? No? Okay, great.
Honestly, like the one thing I find about aftercare is that it deepens your bond so much more. And so much more quickly than in like a traditional relationship where that's not really something people talk about or whatever. You might have sex, you might cuddle after and you go to bed. Right. But there's something about hearing those like words of reassurance. Yeah. Like afterwards that just, I don't know, it just makes you feel good. Yeah. You know? And so like.
Feel really cared for. Yeah. And like taking care. Because like, I think that was the thing that Karina started to realize. I mean, again, this book takes place over like a short amount of time, but they have 2 nights together. And in the second night, that's like something that she comes back to is like she loved all the sensual stuff, but she also felt like he was taking care of her, that he was going to like take care of her body in terms of the sexual experience, but also just like take care of her and like left her water and Advil and food and which, you know, I can understand because like there's nothing quite like taking care of someone and then being taken care of in return. Yeah. Because why I'm not in a kink relationship with my husband. I do appreciate the like knowledge and experience in the past of moments where I'm like, I need you to bring me tea and like cuddle me and soothe me and take care of me. And then also moments where I've done the same. So that's
It's just very nice.
So nice.
It's like the wheel turning forward. I think about this a lot. Yeah. This is my first tangent of the day. Like,
guys, she made it all the way to this point before her first tangent. Way to go, Shani.
Round of applause. Dust the shoulders off.
Yes.
But like a reoccurring theme for me has been like this kind of spinning wheel of in a relationship, right? So like I watched a family member like give birth, and then I watched their relationship start spinning backwards, right, into a negative loop, right? So I think of it in my mind, I think of it as a wheel or like a bike that you're pedaling. Somebody does something negative, you respond negatively, they respond negatively to that. And it takes someone having enough self-awareness to be like, oh, we're in a negative loop. I'm going to start pedaling forward. And you have to pedal twice as hard to get it to go back the other direction.
Or let me like stop this bike.
Yeah.
Let's adjust some settings, change speeds. And then start again.
Yeah. Exactly. And I just remember watching that in real time and being like, you guys will continue to be in this for years. I can see that they're like, neither one of you has the awareness, and I would kind of chime in like, hey guys, like, how about we, like, hey guys. And so I think about that in my relationships now where I, every time something happens, I'm like, hey, like pedal this thing forward, and there's something about when you have a partner and you do things for them that acts as a pedaling forward because you do things for them and that makes them want to do things for you, to be kind to you when you're kind to them. And so it's just a way to build momentum. And so I say all that to say, like, I agree with you. Like, having those nice feelings, lend themselves to like,
nice actions.
Then
more nice actions for you.
Yeah.
And then more nice actions.
It's like I always say, I'll make your life beautiful if you let me, So if you're kind to me, it just makes me want to be so much more kind to you, And it's not even like a one-up and it's not a chore. It's a joy and a pleasure. So.
I agree. So basically, you guys, they have like the most erotic weekend.
Yes.
I'll just say weekend because I don't actually know what days of the week it was. And she gets a letter. Oh, wait. I want to ask you one thing before we go.
Okay, because I feel like, I want to know what you're going to say right now.
What did you think about him taking a picture of her without her permission as a souvenir for when he returns across the pond?
I mean, I think she would have let him take a picture.
He didn't ask, though.
I know, but he didn't ask, and so that's a problem.
I didn't like it.
That's a problem.
I didn't like it because that's like a fear that I've had in the past.
Yeah.
Because like I don't want my like coochie on the internet.
Yeah. I definitely...
I'm okay with me talking about it.
I mean,
I just don't want a physical representation of it.
I've definitely taken like naked pictures and shit with my partner, and then definitely been like, so those are all gonna get deleted. Like we break up, I'm like, it's like a preemptive thing. I know we're gonna break up, and I'm like, let's get these all deleted before I
say like breaks into their phone,
or whatever. But like, it's not something I do on the regular.
I think I would only do it on like a Polaroid. I literally don't think I could even do it on my cell phone, my own personal cell phone. Because I'd be like, because it's like attached to the internet and I would just be too paranoid.
Yeah. I mean, I get really paranoid about it. I've only done it with partners like I super duper trust. And I know like for a fact they won't do anything. But like, in all honesty, all my partners have been people I super duper trust. Like
it's not about the trust. It's about like, it's just connected to the internet. That's it. It's not about them posting it on the internet. Yeah. It's just like. So, it is accessible.
Yeah. So
if someone accidentally or on purpose tried.
I mean, I remember having to tape over like a VHS tape one time. I was like, let's just tape a football game over this.
That's hilarious.
But not attached to the internet. It was before the days of even DVD, I think, at that point. But I mean, I like erotic pictures, but 100% I get paranoid when they're attached to the internet. Yeah. Like I'll need like an SSD drive somewhere that's not attached to anything and that's us and it's in our safe. Sure. And it's, or whatever.
I do want to take boudoir pictures. Maybe we should do Romance at a Glance boudoir pictures.
Can I take them for you?
I was going to say we could take them somewhere together, but you could take them of me too.
Yes. Sure. I support this. I have to practice my photography because I was doing
Well, I was more thinking we would go because they have those people who do like boudoir sessions. And you like dress up in the clothes.
Let's do it.
So you guys think that'll be fun? Do you want to see me? Do you want to see me and Shani in boudoir photos?
Can we do our own cover of like a romance novel? Like,
yes, we can. Obviously.
I support this.
Yes.
This
will be a 2021.
Yeah.
2021 plan. So what else did you want to talk about? Because I also just want to talk about the ending.
I just want to talk about the ending.
Okay, let's talk about the ending.
Okay. Well, because like, so she put in her admittance for school,
right,
in London, and he's from London, you know. So at the very end, she like surprises him and says like, hey.
She finds out. She gets an email and finds out that she got accepted to University of London, blah 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 program.
Yeah, and it ends with her telling him like, hey,
I think it was for like a transfer semester or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she's like, hey, so I got accepted. So basically, I'm going to be in London. I'm moving to London or whatever. And then like the book kind of ends there. But in my mind, maybe it's just because I'm like a bit cynical of a person. I'm like, bitch, what if he didn't want you to come to London with him?
Well, okay. You would think that, you fucking Grinch. The Grinch of BDSM novellas. Jesus Christ, Shani. What a Grinch you are. First of all, let me set the scene because you skipped some important things.
Okay, right.
One is that she applied for this a long time ago.
Yes,
not related to him at all. So she's going to go whether or not they're fucking.
Yeah.
Secondly, she teased it out in such a better way. She's like, I just found out I got accepted to school abroad.
Yeah.
And this is one of my quotes. He smiled, seemed guarded as he congratulated me. Can I ask which school you'll be transferring to? He whispered. I straightened my back and slinked over to him, swaying my hips as I walked. Elijah's eyes darkened and he licked his lips. Once I reached him, I dropped to my knees and placed my hands on my thighs and then answered, University of London, sir. And I was like, oh!
I mean, it was hot.
It was hot.
It was hot.
It was hot. She skipped the part that it was really hot.
It was really hot. I mean, Bridget, you always bring us back, Bridget. You always bring us back. I go too far. You reel it back.
I did not think about that at all because clearly he wanted her.
Yeah.
And because he said, like, where did you go?
Yeah.
Where are you going to be? Because, like, he was, like, fishing. Like, I want you to be with me. And clearly they, like, had a bond. And also she was going regardless. So if he had been like, cool, I don't want to see you, she'd have been like, peace, I'm still going to be there.
I mean, I support it. One thing I have to say.
I would like to read a novel about them in London, though.
I would love to see this.
So, R.E., what up, homegirl?
R.E., yeah.
Time for you to write a novel.
We know you like to write.
Or another novella. I'll take at least another novella.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, she likes to write and she's killing those books fast.
I know.
So I'm just saying.
I'm like, at least a novella, maybe a novel.
Exactly.
We'll take whatever you are giving us.
You can give me 5 novellas about this couple.
Yeah.
Like, I know you have it in you.
Yes.
Freaky ass fucking author, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, here for it.
Here for the story and for the fucking.
I don't give a shit about the story. Give it up. Fuck it.
I liked the story, though. You know, one thing I think.
I actually did. Because I thought it was funny. I was like, look, I'm going to kill off her parents. She's sad. Insert here.
They had good moments between them. Yeah. Like, I think it's
the
a really. The
pacing of their sex scene was
hot.
I thought was really hot.
Hot as fuck.
Yeah.
I actually think it's really challenging to write such a short book but fit so much story. Because while the story wasn't like we didn't get like super into her feelings about all the stuff that happens in the beginning because it's a novella. You got to get into the plot of like the main couple.
Yeah.
I still feel like, oh, I know who she is. I knew where she's at. I know where she's like, I see where she's evolving during this experience. And now she's like, she like goes up to him in the submissive pose and sits and, you know, calls him sir. And so like, cute. I feel like there was for such a short story, that was a lot of sex.
Packed it in.
She really packed it in.
Well, okay. So one of the things that I like about this book, and sometimes I wish, I kind of wish books had labels so you kind of knew what you were getting into. Mm-hmm. So dear listeners, if you've never done this, do this. If you have a partner, right? So find a smutty book that you really love, put it on audio, right? So you can't read it. It's got to be on audio. You put it in your headphones, and then you start making out with your partner. And you listen to the sex scene of the book while you're fucking your partner. It's the hottest shit you'll ever do, man. It's fucking hot. It's not the hottest shit you'll ever do, but it's hot as fuck. Okay?
Love this idea.
And so you have the voices in your head.
I always thought it would be fun to be listening to dirty talk, like porn dirty talk, while fucking someone.
Bridget.
I haven't done it yet.
No, Bridget, it's amazing. I've
for you to listen to it out loud, though, so they can hear it too, or just to yourself?
No, to yourself. Oh. I mean, you can do it out loud so that they can hear it too.
I don't think Leo can handle it. I think he'd be distracted.
Yeah, but that's what I was going to say. Is guys input information differently than women do as a general sense. So like, they don't really care.
I think he would just be distracted. He'd be like, "What did they say?
Yeah,
what am I supposed to be doing?"
The whole time he was like, the whole time he was asking like, like, oh, his accent, oh, the voice, oh, the thing, and what, and I was like,
you're ruining it.
Stop, you're ruining it.
Shut up.
You know,
shut up and fuck me.
You know, but the key is like, you know, is like for you to listen.
Love this.
Yeah. So
guys,
if the sex scenes are well
this is your
paced,
New Year's plan. This is it.
Just try it. But the thing is,
or obviously,
this book is a good book for it because the sex scenes last a long time.
They do.
And in audio, the sex scenes can go really quickly in some books, you know? So you need a book that's pure smut, that the sex scenes either just keep coming, very little story in between or whatever, and that they really
Shani,
draw
I'm gonna
out.
try this.
Bridget, you'll thank me later. Merry Christmas.
I mean, I can completely imagine that.
It's amazing. It's fucking amazing.
Love this. Love this idea.
And it's put both headphones on. You don't need to hear your partner at all.
No.
Just listen to the voices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close my eyes.
Close your eyes and just go for it. Go for the feels.
You
feel all
hit the body.
Yeah.
The earbuds will hit the mind.
Mm-hmm. Especially if your partner's not good at dirty talk. Because like dirty talk is such like, I need dirty talk, you know? And a lot of, I think men have been, not all of them, but a lot of them have been conditioned not to talk. I don't think it's like, I think it's like a learned thing. Like, so
During sex, you mean?
During sex. Like I've had way too many partners that are really quiet during sex. They'll make maybe grunts but they won't just be like talking so much shit in your ear, like that's hot as fuck type stuff. Yeah. So like if they're not good at dirty talk, this is a great solution to getting your shit together. You know what I'm saying?
Love it.
Thank me later. Hit me on Instagram if you try it and let me know how it goes for you.
How it goes for you.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas. Okay, guys.
Also, if you make a baby doing this, name it Shani.
We're sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Or we're happy if you're excited. But we're sorry if it's accidental. Because that's how Shani made it seem. Like you accidentally made a baby. So we're sorry if it's an accident. We're happy for you if it's on purpose. With that, let's take a quick break and come back with our ratings.
Yes. Hello, best friends. Thank you for being loyal listeners of Romance at a Glance. We're so happy to have you. If you'd like to support us further, head over to Patreon, where you can become one of our patrons. We've got a lot of great perks, such as merch and a super secret discussion group where Bridget and I talk to you directly about all things romance and all things nasty. So come on over. And now, back to our show.
Shani, what did you think of our fair heroine?
Listen, it's fives all around.
Fives all around.
Fives all around.
Let's not fuck around.
Let's not fuck around. Was this money? Yes. Did they get it? Yes. Did he hit it? Yes.
2 times.
Did he tease it?
5 times.
Yes.
10
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What did you think that he was? McDreamy to McSteamy?
God. I don't know. Fucking take me now. Fucking rip my clothes off. Spank me. I don't know. He was all
I called him a Dr. Dom.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, he was steamy. This book was kinky, BDSM. Hot as fuck. Like,
nasty.
Loved it.
Loved every bit of it. You'll read it. You'll be gushing for no fucking reason.
Guys, if you go into your show notes, you can actually click a link and buy it right away, or go to our website and you can buy it and we get a small commish. It is great. It's great.
Yep.
It is only on ebook, FYI. But that I don't know. Or ebook or audiobook, obviously, because Shani listened to it. But it's great.
She's smart as hell.
It's great.
I'll tell you right now. Just
it's a great
pop
book.
it out, these novellas. Yeah. Get you off. It goes like on my quickie list.
Yes.
Dear listeners, if you don't know, I have a list of books that literally are purely for getting you off in the quickest amount of time possible because you got work to do. You don't got all day to just be.
I want to know the fantasy is one I like.
Yep.
I don't want to be scrolling the internet trying to find a story I like for the next 45 minutes.
Yep. You know what I wish as a as a listener existed, and maybe it does, but like all these authors are writing their smutty fantasies, right? They're whatever they can think of. But I wish there was like a suggestion box where I could write down my fantasy and give it to an author, and they wrote a fucking novella about.
I bet you can do that.
Because I'm
for
like
a bunch of people.
Yeah, because
I feel like indie authors would do that. Like I feel like you could talk to Katie Robert about that. I feel like you could talk to Ari Hargrave, and as long as it's like something that sparks like an idea in them, I feel like they would do that.
I would love that because I'm like, I don't want to write it, but I want, or like I already know the scenario, so I know the
scenario. I just need you to write the novella or the book.
But also, I want there to be some surprise. So I want I want to see your spin on my fantasy.
Gotcha.
Or whatever, and it gives people ideas because I'm sure they run out of ideas at some point. Like, what the fuck am I going to write around now?
Of course.
So like, because I don't think my main fantasies that I go to, I've never read in like any book or novella. So I'm like, so it's either like I got to write it, or like
we could just write it.
I mean,
tell me your fantasy. I'll write it for you.
I'm telling you right now, bitch. I can't look you dead in my eye and tell you.
I'm looking her dead in her eye, making a crazy face.
Bridget is looking me dead in my eye right now.
You know, I would never do that. I feel very uncomfortable when people sing at me. I don't like it.
Oh my God.
So I would not do that. You can write it down and email it to me.
I'll write it down. I'll also
leave me a Post-it note.
Oh yeah, I meant to send you that erotic dream I had. I'm gonna send it to you.
Yes, please do. My favorite review is from Karen. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Karen. I do not know how to say your last name. Hrdlick. That seems like a lot of consonants at the beginning. Karen, 5 stars. What a delightfully naughty holiday read. I loved how this novella ended, leaving the author options to continue the liaison between Karina and Elijah on the other side of the pond. And I was like, yes, I sure do.
Continue.
Continue
the liaison.
Continue.
I think my favorite review on Goodreads is from Kristen, spelled with 2 Y's.
Ooh,
very bougie.
Sassy,
you know what I'm saying? And she said, hot. This sexy holiday short was steaming hot. It is definitely the kind of book you read in the winter while snowed in with a special person. I love everything by R.E. Hargrave, and this one may have gone to the top favorite spot. And I agree. I immediately picked up another R.E. Hargrave. This is my first R.E. Hargrave book. And then I immediately picked up another one.
You read Brooklyn Blues, right?
I read Brooklyn Blues.
So Brooklyn Blues is the other BDSM Christmas novella.
Yeah.
Which is slightly longer than this one.
Yes.
It's like 110 pages as opposed to like 90.
Yes. Well, that one was also hot. I actually like this one.
I agree.
Better than that one.
I agree.
But purely because it's like a different dynamic.
Yes.
But I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to give away what's in the other one. But
also worth a read, though. But I would say that one's 4 stars.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a read.
Yes.
And then I picked up a trilogy.
Oh, you read the trilogy?
I haven't finished it. I just started it.
How's it going so far?
So far, so good.
Nice.
You know, but I'm not far.
Those
enough
are full novels.
Yeah, I'm not far enough in to like say whether or not it's good or not. But I don't care. Ari, like,
can do no
wrong. Yeah, Stan.
Yeah. You guys, she's also an editor, so please do not contact her for editing jobs because we want her to write more, but also contact her for editing jobs because she's great at her job.
Yeah. Forgive me. Like, if you need an editor, I mean, all those authors that were like, yo, this book could have been good if you had an editor. Like,
yeah. Ari. She's your lady. Guys, that's all we have for you. Yes. This is a short episode today. Shani and I reined it in. Sort of. We hope that you all have the most wonderful holiday and that you're going to stick with us so we can keep you giggling and chuckling and squeeing and everything all through 2021.
Yes.
And next week, we don't have a full episode for you, but we are going to have a 2020 wrap-up of all of our favorite moments from 2020. So it should be fun. We'll have little author clips from the shows, probably some of our fun jingles. Take them to Pound Town. And we hope that you guys will giggle along as you remember some of your favorite episodes and maybe discover an episode you missed. And we'll be back coming in hot at you in January with Beverly Jenkins.
Oh, yeah. What a good interview.
Yes.
All right. Bridget, I think we're done. You ready for this?
Ready for this.
May your books be your lover.
And your hand your best friend.
Woo-woo! We appreciate y'all.
Love you. Thanks for listening.
Subscribe to our channel to get new episodes, clips, and more.
And click here to watch our previous reviews and author interviews.